It's called Who Are You? And it makes me want to sing, but I won't torture you. I've done that on this show before. So we're going to do it right now, and then we're actually going to use that as our trailer video, and we're going to figure out a time, and Network Roundtable is going to come to you at a special time. And Stephanie, what are we calling the show?
The Halloween Hangover episode.
All right, that is this all the way. Okay, do it again. Do it again. Are you ready?
The
Say it again.
Halloween Hangover episode.
See, the audience thought that was super funny. I did anyway. I hope you guys out there did. All right, so here's how the exercise, well, I'm not even going to explain how the exercise goes. We're just going to do it. Stephanie and I first, and then Stephanie will do it back to me, and then Katrina can decide which of us she wants to do it, or there is even a way that she can have both of us do it. So, here we go. Stephanie, who are you?
I am a recovering investment banker.
Why?
Because, as someone that we both know and love said, my heart could never get small enough to actually be an investment banker and be successful at it.
Why?
Because I actually really like people, and even though I love money, I love people more.
Why?
Because I think that everyone is unique and has a ton of value, and I think people who start their own businesses particularly deserve someone to stand up for them and show them what they're worth.
Thank you. Stephanie, who are you?
I am a mom.
Why? Okay, don't get too far down the road on that one. We understand the basics. Go
I'm
somewhere
not
else.
talking biology, Dennis. That's not what we're here for.
Okay.
because, uh, because I love babies.
Why?
Because they're sweet and innocent, and they look at you and they make you feel like you could do anything in the whole world.
Why?
Because I think that they love you unconditionally.
Thank you. Stephanie, who are you?
Oh, we're gonna try something new.
Okay.
I am the wife of a Frenchman.
Why?
Because when I met him, he was the only person I think who saw me for me.
Why?
Because I felt like I could actually be myself with him.
Why?
Because he's 100% comfortable with who he is.
Thank you. So the one thing I forgot to tell you, Stephanie, you may have picked up on it, is that you're supposed to say thank you after the 3 Ys. Okay. Now, Stephanie and I are not going to do this in the future. We're only going to do this on this episode. In the future, it will just be the superhero and the sidekick. So, Stephanie, you think you can run that? Not that tough, huh?
Yes, I think I can do that.
But before we do that, I just wonder, what was your experience?
It was interesting. At first, I thought you were only going to ask me one time. And so I went with something I was sure I could answer all the way through. And then when you asked me again, I was like, oh crap, he's going to ask me again? Well, I don't have anything ready for that. But it was good. I think it was interesting because you have to think, right? Like you give this explanation and it sounds great, and then you realize, oh crap, there's another why coming. I just set myself up.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I mean, Stephanie, I don't know what have we spent since you became part of this in like April. We've probably spent 3 hours a week working on this thing together.
Yep.
I knew you were a mom. I knew you were married to a Frenchman. But I'm shocked at how much better I know you right now. in those few seconds. And that's what we're trying to do here, is we're trying to let you know things about our guests that you don't know. Because a lot of times our guests are, well, I hope none of our guests are insulted by this, but you're recycled. A lot of you, you know, like me and Stephanie. We're on lots of HOAs. So,
Right.
you know, they're not new to this platform. And so we're hoping that we can give you something that you haven't had before. All right, Stephanie, I'm ready.
So Dennis, who are you?
I'm an HOA producer
Why?
because I'm utterly fascinated with the engagement that can be created.
Why?
Wow, this is my own thing and I'm struggling because the level of engagement, the intensity and the closeness seems so familiar. It's not disconnected the way it is with TV show.
Why?
Because we can hear you, the audience. That's just, it's baffling. You are in the conversation even if you're not on the camera. That is so unbelievable to me.
Thank you. So Dennis, who are you?
I'm a father of 8.
Why? No biology, we already said.
Because I married somebody who had 4 kids, who I love, and I had 3 kids, and then this amazing person, when I found out that a kid I knew that was 17 was living on the street, and I sent her a text message, she wrote back and said, well, he can live here. And that's why I married her, but it's also why we have 8 kids.
Okay, and why?
Because 8 is enough.
Why?
You're not going to let me go, and you're making me do 4 Ys because I made a joke. Is this the new rule? Okay. Because as much as we love the kids, 8 is enough because it can be a lot of work maintaining that many relationships, keeping kids from... Yeah, that is a joke, and it was a pretty good TV show in the 70s, but the reality is it's also true.
I believe you, and thank you.
And you don't want to find out.
Right, because I can tell you 3 was enough for me. So
3 was enough.
You. Yes.
All right.
Okay, so Dennis, who are you?
Oh, I'm going to pick this instead. I don't know if everyone's noticed, this little corner here is all sorts of things that I love, but I'm a tech junkie.
Why?
Because, yes, this is actually my phone from 1990. Just, oh, look at that. My phone goes behind my mustache.
Your phone has a beard.
Okay. Because technology is fascinating to me.
Why?
Because of the things it allows us to do, the forms of communication that we have, and the opportunities for new and creative ways of living our life.
Why?
If the colors didn't tell you, and if you've never watched the show before, I love creativity. And so, yeah, the reason that I love technology is because it allows me to explore creativity in a way that I couldn't do if it was pen and paper world still.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that was cool. That was really cool. Stephanie, did you learn anything about me you didn't know?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
And so it was great.
Yeah. Yeah, we tend to just answer the first question. No matter how much we know someone, we answer the first question. It's the whys that make this exercise powerful.